Hey, hockey fans, how's everybody doing? Hope everyone had a great Sunday and enjoyed some hockey. There was hockey all throughout the day. We'll review those scores quick and then we'll make some picks for Monday. There's three playoff games on the slate for Monday. Sunday, things started off with the Islanders against Pittsburgh. Islanders edged out a win in overtime, 4-3. We got that one right. Minnesota and Vegas took extra time to even find the first goal of the game. Minnesota won that game 1-0 in overtime. We got that one right. Then Florida fell to Tampa. Point got a goal late in the third. I think it was his second of the game. Kucherov got a couple in that game as well, played well. But Florida lost 5-4 in regulation, so we got that one wrong. And then Calgary and Vancouver, obviously a non-important game, but Calgary had a big lead, then they almost lost, and then they finally won in overtime 6-5, if anybody watched that or if anyone cares. But Minnesota was the best pick, so we got that one right. The record goes to 2-0. Overall picks for the playoffs go to 2-1 there, so that total record goes to 3-1. And then that Florida money line pick on that parlay did not hit, unfortunately. I thought it would have been real nice. But the parlay, other one, we had the Islanders puck line plus 1.5. That hit. Minnesota money line, that one hit. And we got the Carolina puck line tomorrow, so we'll see what happens there. It'd be nice to hit that one. Still a nice start to the playoffs for sure. Now we'll do some picks for Monday, day 3 of playoff hockey. We've got Boston and Washington going to game 2. Washington obviously took that first game. I think Craig Anderson is likely going to be in net. I don't know if Vanacek is going to be okay. I don't know how serious that injury was. So Anderson is likely going to be in net there. Boston's confirmed Tuukka Rask going to be in net again. Mass Mutual East Division. Game 1 was on Saturday, and game ended in overtime with Washington taking the win. It was an interesting game because Vanacek, he went out in the first period when DeBrusk got that tying goal, and that's when Anderson came in. And I thought he did pretty good. I mean, Anderson's 39 years old. He's going to be 40 here on Friday, I think, and he stood the task. That first game, though, Washington wanted the game more. I mean, they outshot Boston 32-26. They outhit Boston 51-41. Goaltending is a serious concern, though, for me. I always, playoff hockey, goaltending is far more important. I mean, it's always important, but playoff hockey is extremely important. And nothing against Craig Anderson, because I think his numbers are pretty decent against Boston. But he hasn't had a lot of time there in playoff games. Not in the last while, anyway, that's for sure. Even in regular season play, he hasn't been in that much. He did play well on Saturday, but I don't know if he can do that again. I got to go Boston here to even this series and take the game. I'm going to go Boston as my pick. Boston to win the game. Yeah, that's my pick. Next game. Game 1 between Nashville and Carolina. Carolina finished off the season with the last 10 of 5-2-3, 2-game losing streak. Mrazek's listed to be in net for Carolina for game 1 here. Nashville ended the season 7-2-1, 2-game winning streak. Saros is likely going to be in net here for Nashville to start. They ended the season in 4th with 64 points in the Discover Central. Carolina, they ended in 1st with 80 points. The Predators, they finished the season strong. There's no question. Two wins against Carolina. May 8th, they won 3-1. And on the 10th, they won 5-0. The Canes won 6 in this series in regular season play. The Predators won 2. Canes are another team, though, that has a very impressive home record. They're 23-5 at home. This is a first postseason meeting between these two clubs. And I know they won those last 2 games, but you can't put too much credit in that. You got to remember, Carolina was resting a ton of guys. They had already clinched the division, and you had the Predators fighting for their life, trying to get a spot in the playoffs. So a driven team and a team that was kind of thinking about the playoffs. So Saros, yeah, he's been awesome. Nashville, yeah, they are an incredibly good team. And they might even get a couple wins in this series. They're not going to take game 1. There's no way. Carolina is going to hammer them. Carolina, home team pick. Very strong on Carolina here. Carolina is going to win the game. That's my pick. We always do have an underdog story, though, and that might be the case here. We've got the St. Louis Blues against Colorado. Colorado finished the season strong, 8-2-0 with a current 5-game winning streak. They've got Grubauer listed to be in net. St. Louis, they ended the season 6-1-3 in their last 10, current 3-game winning streak. Binnington listed to be in net for St. Louis. They ended the season in 4th with 63 points. Colorado, President's Trophy, obviously, they ended 1st, 82 points. Number one in the division, number 1 in the league. Blues finished the regular season with a dominating 7-3 win over the Minnesota Wild. And the Avs, they found a W when they won 5-1 over LA for their final game. The last time these teams met in postseason play was back in 2001. Colorado, I think, took that in 5 games. The regular season, Colorado won 5. The Blues won 3. 2 teams both finished the regular season strong. The Blues looked like they were trying to prove something, or they had something to prove. And Colorado, they wanted to be number 1, and they achieved that. The Blues, I mean, they got 17 guys on their roster who have lifted that trophy. So they've been there. And at the same time, they've got some challenges. Perron could be out still because of COVID. The likelihood of a false positive is unlikely at this point. And Colorado might be at their best health that they've been all year. At the end of the season, though, the Blues made me a believer. I mean, when they play that hard-hitting, heavy hockey, they can control a game and they can dominate a game. And their special teams, I mean, if their special teams continue to perform the way they did at the end of the regular season, I see the Blues pulling an upset here. I see the Blues winning this game, upsetting Colorado. That's my pick. I'm going to go St. Louis to beat Colorado. I'm going to go Carolina to beat Nashville, and I'm going to go Boston to beat Washington. My best bet, I'm going to try to go Carolina and keep that record perfect. And then obviously we've got the Carolina on the puck line. That's the only one we need in that one parlay. We got the Islanders puck line, Minnesota money line. And then the new parlay I'm going to go Boston money line at 1.76. And the Blues, I think it's crazy money. But even that puck line, plus 1.5, it's paying 1.8. Hard to say no to that. And then I'm going to carry a game forward. I'm going to go Winnipeg money line. It pays 2.3. And I like those 3. I feel good about everything right now. Playoffs are going really well. Hope everyone has a great start to the week. Hope you had fun watching hockey on the weekend. Stay safe. Thanks for watching. Talk soon.